Peace and love, creatives. I've been looking at these watercolors by Lukas for years, and they have always been unobtainium. Their prices have been really high, and I just couldn't justify purchasing them, especially after I had tried their gouache and I was not a fan of their gouache. So I know that Lukas is a good company. I think they sold or something, I'm not sure, but these particular paints are on clearance in Jerry's Artarama, and while there's no Jerry's Artarama where I live, I'm currently in Texas and they have one, so I'm on a no-buy. But I figured that a no-buy kind of cancels out when you travel, especially when there's a Jerry's or some kind of art shop that you've never actually physically been to before. Well, I have been to Jerry's, but it's been years. So anyway, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I had a gift card, and I used that on top of everything else. This only cost me out of my pocket $11. $11 for a 24 set of full pans of Lukas watercolors. So let's get into them. Okay, so this is how the front of the box looks, and this is how the back of the box looks. And if you want to read it, you can pause. I'm trying to see the English version. There we go. There's the English version. And yeah, you can read it. So this is what's inside of the box. What you get, oops, sorry about the shaking. What you get is a tin that has the Lukas brand on it, and it's your typical tin, and it's kind of like floppy, but I'm guessing that once we put in the other piece that it'll be just fine. So this is, like I said, the 24 set, and the they call it Dusk to Dawn. It says Dusk and Dawn set, so I mean, this painting is gorgeous in itself, so I think we're gonna have a fun time playing with it. Alright, so I'm going to take out each and every one of these. Let's see, I'll open one up with you guys, and then I will not bore you. So let's see, but I'm just trying to look for pigment information, and there is none. Let's see if there's anything on. No pigment information on the pan either. That's kind of, let me see. I have no pigment information, and there's nothing on here, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'll keep them in the same order. And I have a sketchbook here that I haven't really started. I've just done swatches with them. I think I'm just gonna put it in here. As I paste these into my book, I just wanted to let you know that in the next section I will be stamping the pigment information on the screen somewhere, so just be on the lookout if you're curious about the pigment information of the colors. So the paper that I'm going to be swatching the Lukas watercolors on is the Paul Rubens 300 GSM watercolor paper, and it is 50% cotton, and it has a couple of things here, but I honestly don't know what it says because it's very blurry and I can't see it. A box within a box within a box within a box. I like Paul Rubens watercolor paper. I love their texture on their watercolor paper, so this is going to be a joy to swatch. I have to. Okay, so off camera I have a water two contain, water jars, cups with water, and one will be to clean my brush off, and one I will keep clean to make sure that I don't cross contaminate any colors. Now I'm just pre-wetting them. I actually picked up tape while I was out at Jerry's because I was introduced to this tape by Denise Soden, and I just fell in love with it. Alright, let's see what we got. So this one is Permanent Yellow Light. I didn't mix those two up. That's this one. I'm gonna do a really heavy load on top. This one is Permanent Lemon Yellow. There we go. Okay, this one is gold. I'm kind of like, I don't want to do the gold just yet because the mica powder, whatever they're using to make the gold is gonna just get in the water. So I'm gonna save that for last. I'll leave it open. There you go. That was Permanent Yellow Deep. This one is Lukas Red. Okay. Can we see? Yeah, we can see. It's really nice. It's intense. You would think with an original price tag of over $200 for this set, you would get some kind of pigment information on the actual box somewhere, and you don't. Maybe that's why it's on clearance. Maybe they're repackaging. This is Carmine Red. So pretty. Alright, we are moving on to the next row, and we are starting with also have become like really spoiled with full pans, and I really enjoy them a lot more than the half pans, just because it's so much easier to get my brush in the pan without worrying about it hitting the other pan, or without worrying about getting too little bit of a payload of paint. So I have definitely been not favoriting, like it's not my, I won't go to the pans one more than the other, but it is a nice little advantage to have. Right, this one is, oh, I wanted to see this one. I was excited for this one. Dioxazine purple. Look at that thing. Like it, this is such a rich color. Very, very rich. A little bit goes a long way with the dioxazine purple. Violet, sorry, the dioxazine violet. So you really don't need much of it for your piece. So I'm gonna just go out and say that this is gonna last me a lifetime. You know? Next color is cobalt violet. Ooh, another one that I've grown to like. Might be different than the one I'm used to, but here we are. Gorgeous, so gorgeous. Next is permanent blue. I'm excited to see some of these colors mixed in with each other. I especially love mixing my blues and my greens together. They always make a wonderful combination. So I'm very excited to see that. Ooh, almost put that in my clean water. Okay. So that was permanent blue. Next is ultramarine deep. Let's just get it a little bit more wet. I don't know if you hear a humming, but it's cold in Texas. So I have the heater on in the room. So if you hear humming, that's what you're hearing. I apologize. Let's go. See, I am not a fan of ultramarine, but I don't know if I could get with this one. This is really pretty. I know it's ultramarine deep. Maybe that's why I like it so much. But I like it. It's pretty. Moving on to the next row, we are going to have a dabble in some very different looking Prussian blue than what I'm used to. But let's see it on paper, shall we? Maybe it's not. just looks different in the pan. Oh, yeah, no, definitely not different at all. I need a little bit more water. There we go. These guys love traveling though, these paints. They remind me, like, as far as like the movement, it reminds me of a core kind of watercolor. I wonder if they have anything in common. Ooh, Paris blue. I was curious about this one. Paris blue, let's see. Very close to a Prussian type of blue. I almost dropped the water. That would have been a mess. Oh, that is seeping through, or I went over the line, which is possible. Definitely possible. Okay, moving on to indigo. Look at how dark that is. So pretty. Oh, I want to do a painting with that color right now. I do. I want to do a painting with that color. Don't be surprised if in the next part of this video I'm doing a painting and that color is in the forefront. Indigo, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This one doesn't travel as much. Not a traveling paint. Alright, that was green yellow. And we're gonna go into cobalt green. I feel like there's a little bit of PW6 in the cobalt color. That's what it looks like. Let's get a little bit of water. This one is a permanent green yellowish. Ooh, I like this color. It's fun. It's a fun green. Very fun. Kind of like feels neon for some reason. Alright, this one is permanent green, just permanent green. Once I finish this last row, and then you'll know that it has dried because I'm just going to do like a panning of the colors just to show you how they dried a little bit more up close. So the next color we're moving to is a phthalo green. And Phthalo green always reminds me, well, sometimes. This one is kind of, I don't know, phthalo green and hooker's green I feel like are very similar for me. But I might just be confusing them because I haven't seen a hooker's green in a long time. And I just might be talking out my ass. Pardon my language. Okay. I think I'm gonna just mop up a little bit. Just feel like it was just a little too intense on the bottom. And I want to see it in a nice lighter color. All right, next is a gold ochre. So pretty, so pretty. Might have put a little bit too much water. That's okay. Next is a sepia. In this set, I just was like looking at the names and the colors, and I was like, oh, sepia is the only pan or color that's written exactly the same in every language that it's translated to on these papers. And then I looked around to make sure that that was the case, and then I saw that indigo, oh no, indigo on the last translation, which I don't know what language that is. If you do know what that last translation language is, let me know in the comments, but it is spelled with a C. I-N-D-A-C-O. So sepia is the only color spelled exactly the same in these different languages that we have in front of us. I just thought it was cool. I know it doesn't really do anything for you. It doesn't change your life. You're not smarter for this knowledge. It is useless information. And yeah, you're welcome. And we are swatching a raw umber. I hope I'm talking loud enough. I don't know if I am. If I'm not, I guess I'm gonna have to do a very long voiceover. And I'd rather not, to be honest with you. I don't know, I like real-time reaction. Yeah, I like real-time reactions. This one is the ivory black. And when you do a voiceover, you're getting kind of a real-time reaction. You're getting my explanation of my real-time reaction, but you're not getting my exact real-time reaction. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right, I'm hoping that this black is as beautiful as I think it's gonna be, but I won't be able to know until it is completely dry. So we're gonna let that happen. I'm gonna finally do the gold. Because we're not using the water anymore. I'll be changing it out. Here we go. So this gold, I'm gonna say, is like something that you want to put on top of something. It's not a very strong gold. guess you can make it stronger if you leave it on there longer, like leaving like a nice puddle of water, as I'm doing now, and maybe you can get it to go a little bit thicker. All right, so it'll be like seconds for you and who knows how long for me. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we're in a new location because I just decided that I wanted to be by the window, so we might be a little bit more shaky, but if the sun is out, it's beautiful. So here are the colors in all their gloriousness. There's a little bit of shine on the colors that I definitely put a little too much paint on. I don't know if that's user error or if that's something that I should be aware of, but we're gonna find out because I'm using that color right now, and that is that indigo that is gorgeous. Just gonna leave that up there so that I can see it. I'm gonna move this. If you want to take a screenshot of the colors, maybe you like a color and you don't want to buy the whole set, there's a screenshot. You can take a screenshot of that and a screenshot of this, and they match up perfectly. I have not moved any of the colors, so I highly recommend the indigo, but that's just me and my obsession with beautiful blues. Indigo. Now let's just put it on the paper. Let's just do that. Oh, look at you. Like, how gorgeous is that? Let's try to bring it down so it doesn't puddle at the top. As my paper is bowing because your girl did it again. Did not put any tape on the paper. I think I want to take that. I don't know what that is. I think it's sepia. I think it is sepia. I don't know why I want to throw that in here, but I do. If you see my vision with this, let me know because I don't see it, but I'm hoping that it comes through. Now I want like a sappy green. I don't know how I'm gonna make that. Let me try. Where's that dioxazine? Let's try close to what I want it to be. Let's see. Do I need all the other? We do. Let's get some more of that green. I want a little bit more of that yellow. And I think I just want to have enough. There we go. Okay. Really should have taken this paper down. There's some fun granulating things that are happening in the piece, and I am for it. I'm gonna just take the sepia again. I'm gonna take it really thick. Why did I put the dioxazine violet? Just because. All right, I'm gonna let that dry, and we're gonna come back to it. And depending on how I feel, I might just leave it like that, or I might add some more. We'll see. Okay, so this is where I got to with my paintings that I did with the Lukas watercolors, Dusk and Dawn. I am about to like pack up and leave. You see the little shine right there? That's just a heavy application of the indigo. Maybe I got a little bit too indigo happy. Anyway, I am enjoying these paints. I actually went on Jerry's Artarama and I saw that they are definitely a lot more than what I paid for. So if you have a Jerry's Artarama by you and you have been looking at these paints, I say stop by and pick them up because you're definitely going to get a good deal. All right. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.